Hey guys, hey, welcome back. This is more of a short, really, and it's just going to cover a few things that, the reasons why I'm taking a little sidestep from the norm. And I got some figures that are not masterpiece only. Now that's a little contradictory to what I'm really about, but I'm gonna explain why. I got these are probably the only figures I'm looking on my shelf that I do have that are different than others. I wanted to talk about, of course, Studio Series Decepticon Sweep, or I'm gonna go ahead and call them Scourge, and the reason why I got them. I'm also going to talk about the reason why I have all three of these, and also just want to do some updates on what we just discovered from TFCon. I think it's in California based. The TFCon had some reveals that I just wanted to share my thoughts on real quick before we get into this figure right here. And the reason why that well, let's just start off by just talking about the TFCon updates. I saw some that is coming out with a blaster, and I decided already to go ahead and order the the Deformation Space Blaster. Because the latest video showed a better color. I didn't like the color. I thought the color was kind of a red I just don't like, a pinkish red or whatever it was. But it turned out it's a little better red. And it's not going to make me get rid of my other blaster. Hold on. I got KFC's blaster right in front of me. And this is beautiful to me. I love I don't know if my light that I have on right now is really doing it justice, but this is a metallic version, and to me, this was the epitome of blaster. The only problem is that this one does not have, it has some little bit of ratcheting here, but it does not have updated, I guess, parts. It just needs to be updated, but I'm not going to get rid of it just because I ordered Deformation Space. The surprise was the blaster coming from Fans Toys. I guess it wasn't a surprise to some. It was a surprise to me a little bit, and we'll just see how it does. Deformation Space, the latest video showed me that I started liking it, and I liked the color that they showed, and I was saying, okay, well maybe that's one that I'll go ahead and pre-order. So I did, and I may not get this Fans Toys blaster, but that's not the only update. Another update was, which is going to be a weakness to me, is the Constructicon update, and they showed Scrapper. There is another company coming up with Constructicons, but the one that surprised me was the X-Transbots. Constructicons coming. They look really good. That's how I want my Constructicons to look. X-Transbots can get me because they're so good at making something cartoon likeness. Accuracy is incredible. And when I saw these pictures of Scrapper and the coming up Constructicons, it just looks amazing. Even threw in a trumpet from the movie. And I didn't expect that. That caught me off guard. So along with this one, I don't know if they're called Vectron something. And of course, this one's from X-Transbots. I was excited to hear that coming from the TFCon news. So that was just the update I mentioned at the title of my video, just to show what's coming. And then we'll move on with the reason why we're here. This is a short. The reason why we're here is because of this guy, and the reason why I bought him. I do animations, and you see that I have this Takara Bumblebee over here. It's Origins Bumblebee. I bought that before. This one's, I can't remember if this is Mech Fans Toys or what Ultra Magnets I got of them, but I had bought him probably a couple years ago, or whenever he came out. I think it's been at least a year and a half, 2 years when I got this guy. And I don't buy anything other than usually Masterpiece. I got them because when I do animations, especially with this guy, and let me bring him out. Though I have him decoed up, X-Transbot Scourge, he is a monster when it comes to the feet. I'm always unsure every time when I transform him or when I put him in an animation that I'm going to make it through without knocking something or breaking something. I just don't know if I'm going to make it. I didn't get the pre-order in for Fans Toys version of Scourge coming, which is probably another year or two coming out. But I love X-Transbot's version of Scourge, but I realized if I'm going to continue animations and probably keep this bot together, except for the top part and the legs and the chest, the torso, everything looks perfect with this, no problem. I'm going to need something to mimic this, to mimic transformation so that easier to transform, and I can keep this guy right here mainly in bot mode. And I need some, that's why I bought these for. This is a whole purpose I'm making for this video, just saying that I bought this for Ultra Magnus because Ultra Magnus is so big. And it's not that I'm worried about anything breaking on MP22. It's just the fact that it's easier to transform the smaller one in certain spots than it is to transform the bigger one. It's so big, and I can't wait till the next. And that's another surprise. You know, though X-Transbots has their version of Ultra Magnus coming out, so does the silhouette behind Blaster and them in that TFCon was showing Ultra Magnus. So Fans Toys has an Ultra Magnus coming out as well. And of course, with Bumblebee, you know, you see his alt mode. I plan on doing an animation, a series or something about pre-arc takeoff, and I want to use his Cybertonian mode, and that's why I loved when they came out with this. I wish the bot mode was more Bumblebee, like the Takara one. I just put the Takara one right next to this one, and I just wish it looked more. Some people don't like the Takara one because it just it's not very well made, but I had to get it because it's just so cartoon accurate. And they got this clip jumper coming out, and we're gonna have options there. 2 more clip jumpers coming out, but as far as this is concerned, I just wish that looked a little bit more like him. I think they could have done better, but you know, it's a much cheaper figure. Though to me, it's not cheap. It's probably about $20 to $30 I paid for this. This one was $30. So, you know, there's a price to pay for any Transformer these days because it's so expensive. But this is a short, so let me get on just to preview this figure that I plan on using in future animations for a quick transformation. And this is just a little insight on what I like doing, what I enjoy doing, and then we'll be done. So let me get to that. Turn my light off because I'm getting overheated. There's a light above my head, and I just don't like being overheated at all. And it's a warmer day because it's getting near spring, and we have warm weather where I am at. So it's going to be interesting this week how things go. But yeah, cool. It has I seen the video on this a little while ago, and it has a blast effect and a gun. You know me, I'm not gonna get directly into that. I want to keep my I say it over and over again. I want to keep my videos as short as possible. People don't want long. I mean, to me, this is my opinion. I think people do not want long videos. They want shorter videos, and they want to get to the point. And you know, points where, you know, when I talk about this guy right here, how they look, you can see for yourselves in the video. I'm gonna turn my light back on. You know how well it looks. I thought when I saw the package at Walmart, I said that looks good. I mean, I need something like that. You know, that looks good. You can't move this hand here, but you can move these fingers maybe a little bit over. You can't even move these fingers, but I guess they twist. I thought these hands twisted. Yeah, they do. And maybe this one, I don't want to break it. Yeah, I'll test that out later. This seems like that moves. This hand right here, I'm not sure if that moves. I'm not sure if that hand moves at all. I actually thought they had a little more versatility in the hands, but that's okay. I'm not using it for that, so I'm cool with that. I think this logo is going to come together when the ship mode is transformed, and it just looks really great. I might attempt to transform it. If I fail, I fail. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll just try to go ahead and hands-on do. These are usually pretty easy. And let me practice, and then I'll come back and transform them. But so far the look, you know, it's good look, good weight. Price is already spoken about. And just to talk about the articulation on this figure real quick, because it's going to be my transformation go-to guy, you know, in my animations for that guy. So when I look at this, I'll be just as far as it's nothing. Oh, that feels pretty good right here, but it's not a pure ratchet. So it's basically all friction based. You know, nothing on here ratcheted. I don't think. I can't hear anything in this, so all tight enough. And I hope there's some screws here where you can tighten these up. I hear little mini ratchets or maybe just paint or something pulling away. That's just because it's new. But let me do a quick test on transformation, and then I might just do it in front of your very eyes, and then we'll be done. So I just wanted to get a video out. I haven't done one in a while, and in the masterpiece realm, it's been kind of dry, as far as stuff to get. Go ahead and rough shoot this transformation. I don't think it's anything worth even talking about here, really. I think he just pulls stuff down, kind of elongated, and that tabs in probably down here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing too much to this guy. And that's what I love about it, because sometimes it's good to have a break from the normal masterpieces and what they take to make you transform them. And one moment. These guys can be a little crazy. And let's see, I think these come apart. Come up, elongate. They come to the back of these can come together, I guess, at the bottom, yeah. And these can kind of clip into this part. I think this folds back up to cover his face. Part of it does. What my problem was, I had to bring this from down to up, and I didn't finish taking this up quite a ways, so that can come up and be the cover for his face. So I think we're almost done here. It's not really that much of a transformation here. Elongate these, no doubt, and see, these probably fold out. I don't like doing these live transformations. I feel like I'm gonna mess up something, but I don't think this guy is gonna do too much in the line of I like this. I really do. This is like a pleasure. These are what I've always said this, and I always mean it. These are what the G1 back in the 80s. These are what they should have been. We didn't have the computer, CAD, and all that stuff designing these items back then, and they don't have, they didn't have none of that back then to guide them and stuff. So, yeah. Oops. Yeah, get that in there right. That's it. Voila. Done. And I really like that. It feels good. I didn't talk about the feel as much as I meant to, but it really feels good. It's a good feeling figure. Just as what G1 should have been. This is exactly what G1 should have been, and it never was. Probably some points I can clean up here. And that's it. That's all to this video. They give you a little nice stage inside this toy, kind of like the stage where, simulating the movie when they were all created from Unicron. But I really like this. This is going to help me out a lot in my animation. I know you can put stands in here and you can find a place, and I think in robot mode as well. I wish I had this transformed up to compare. This is much bigger, but this is going to do nicely as far as a stand in. And that sums the meaning of this video. This video was simply, I had this video simply to talk about why I use other brands and other companies, smaller, Titan, Siege. I have the bot down here that I have. I might as well show them since I'm showing all the rest of them. It is a Siege Skyfire. And the reason why I got him was because it's cheaper. And he looks great. I really didn't feel the need to pay $200-300. Remember, this is a time when there was very few Fans Toys versions of Skyfire or Jetfire. And I said, this came out at a time where everything was $400 or $500 and probably still is. And I wanted the metallic version of the Fans Choice version. I said, you know what, I haven't seen it yet. It's been 2 or 3 years. I haven't seen it come back out yet, unless it's an exorbitant price. So I got these side characters. This is actually, I use in my masterpiece. I had done a series on him already with the Insecticons. So yeah, this was a great stand-in. And they only make them as good as these two. And I would buy more stand-ins for my masterpiece collection when I'm doing my animation. So that's it. Wanted to put something out there. I know things are dry right now. So, you guys, have a good weekend. Enjoy it. The weather should start getting warmer, especially toward the central to southern states if you're in America. So just have a good time this week. Enjoy the weather. Be blessed.